Welcome back. Sun International has had an upbeat half-year period. That's as the group delivered a growth in its hotel and gambling businesses, particularly its online betting division, Sunbet, that achieved a record high interim income. And joining me now for a closer look at that performance is company CEO Anthony Leeming. Thank you so much for your time, Anthony. Would you say that Sun International has built a wide enough and deep enough moat around its operations to really be considered defensive against tough economic pressures at this point?
Good afternoon. Difficult to say that, but I think certainly given the period we've just been through, it looks like we continue to grow and perform very well in a very, very difficult economy. And the outlook looking to improve so much in the future, I think it really bodes well for the business going forward.
The sun really shining on Sunbet. Talk to me about what you're focusing on at the moment, at least in the medium term, to ensure that we get this exceptional growth that we have seen over the last few periods.
I think when you look at Sunbet over the years, what's really pushed growth is the sort of legalization of new products. Slots weren't allowed until August 2022, table games as well. So that's really driven the growth in online. Where we stand is really pushing our brand, Sun International brand, the sort of omni-channel approach, our land-based casinos, our resorts operations, and bringing these all together to offer the customer a more compelling sort of offering. And we think we have the right portfolios to do so. Our competitors might have other advantages, but certainly that's ours.
Well, that's the thing. Looking at that competitive landscape, also, where are you looking to boost your muscle further? Then maybe also just looking at how you retain your clients, but also still getting in that influx of new customers there.
Look, the online game, it's a commodity product, so it really builds around your services, your offering, and how you look after your guests. So obviously attracting new customers and retaining them is the key. We think we're doing very well in that regard, and we think by inviting our customers to our land-based operations, to sort of the Sunbet Poker Tour, to golf days, and really working that omni-channel approach and working the customer and giving them back a bit more than they get from other operators is our distinct advantage, and that's what we're focusing on.
Let's go to the land-based casinos, Anthony. I understand that they, differing dynamics there. The bigger ones are doing quite well, but then you have the smaller regional casinos not doing that great. What are the main pressure points there? Is that an economic indicator?
Yeah, so I think around the regional casinos, they certainly have battle. I think they don't have a complete offering like sort of a Times Square or Grand West with arenas. And I think there's more compelling sort of entertainment destination. It's certainly helping our bigger properties. They drive people to the properties. There's a reason to visit other than gaming, restaurants and the like. Whereas the smaller regional properties have one restaurant and not a big compelling offering. So making these more relevant, giving them other reasons to visit those properties is where we're focusing. I think driving footfall is what it's about, and ultimately making them more appealing.
And Sun Slots, because I do understand that there's continued pressure there. And I just want to know, what are you focusing on in terms of kind of changing that situation around and making things better on that front?
I think you look at the LPM industry, it's the same minimum bets of R5, maximum payout of 500 since inception. This is a real hindrance to the business, and we are working with the National Gaming Board. They've appointed someone to assess whether this should be increased. And we certainly think it has to happen, which will obviously help the LPM industry to compete on a more level footing. So that, together with sort of new games that we have brought in and offering, as well as the rollout of Site Bs, which are up to 30 positions, where we're looking to improve the performance. And gaming boards, fortunately, are improving. They are starting to license more than they were in the past. So we are seeing a better environment for the LPM industry going forward.
You've also seen significant growth in your resorts, your hospitality income there, excluding casinos. Where is that demand largely coming from?
In our portfolio, I think the Table Bay has been driven by international demand. International demand to Cape Town has been significant. We've seen it at most hotels. And certainly, I think winter periods are hardly a winter period anymore. Yeah. People still want to go to Cape Town, still want to visit, and that's helped a lot. So strong performance there, both in occupancy and top-line growth. And at Sun City, it's probably more... We've had slightly weak occupancy, but largely, I think, due to the elections, postponement of conferencing and the like. And a lot of it pushed into the second half. So we do expect a stronger second half. But at the top line, we've managed to grow our sort of room rates really quite nicely, up to 13%, given the appealing of the destination, which is really fantastic.
You talk about the elections. Of course, we know the risk that was surrounding it. A lot of people holding off a lot of things to really kind of only make decisions after an actual outcome came out. And of course, we did have that, the formation of the GNU there, a significant market booster. But also we have another market booster with the two-pot retirement system coming into effect this month. Are you expecting any sort of benefits to filter through to your operations, at least in the short to medium term, from those two things, the formation of kind of a better political landscape and also this two-pot retirement system?
Yeah, look, I don't think we want to take a lot of the gaming from the two-pot retirement system, but when you look at the positive sentiment, the amount of expenditure that puts in the economy, that will drive, I think, the economy as a whole. So this positive sentiment, the reduction in load shedding, there's just so many positive factors, like the reduction in interest rates, almost certain reduction in interest rates coming. I think that's going to help drive the economy, and ultimately, we definitely will lift with the tide, and we can see quite a nice positive future going forward for the next sort of 18 months, definitely.
And indeed, we'll be keeping a very close eye on those potential stimuli there. Thank you so much for your time and for your insights there, Anthony. That was the CEO of Sun International, Anthony Leeming.